My parents are pretty amazing when it comes to the community. Every time I go somewhere with either one of them, they see a million different people that they know. They're always saying hello. They have such a connection with people. And everybody always talks about how fantastic they are, and they're always on the go.
Miriam's the one who's at the forefront, right? She's on the committees, she's chairing the program, she does a lot of the groundwork. But you know that Alan is not far behind. You know that Alan is aware of what's going on, gives suggestions about what's going on, is always very supportive of it, and certainly cares very deeply about what's happening at the synagogue.
I have never gone to Alan to ask for his support in anything and not received that support. Not only that, Alan is a wonderful idea person.
I'm excited. I think our year looks like it's going to be great.
Miriam is just a good person. She has a good heart and she's extremely generous. She has always been the ultimate volunteer. She started out in Sisterhood as Vice President of Programming and Education. She was corresponding secretary. She was Vice President of Fundraising, and she's just moved up the ladder. Now she's President of Sisterhood.
There's a lot of nights where I'll have cereal or something for dinner because she's out at meetings all night, but it's okay because I know she's making the temple a better place, helping out other people.
She's here at the gift shop all the time. I always love seeing her. Anytime I run into her, she's just always got a smile and always excited to talk about TBS and what's going on, and she's just an incredibly giving person.
Miriam is an amazing person. She's everything you want a board member to be because she steps up when needed, and she's accountable and responsible and does it all with a smile on her face. She co-chaired our major fundraising event for several years. She went above and beyond the call of duty. She works very hard for JFCS. She recently became a member of our executive committee because I really like to hear what she has to say.
Alan has some unbelievably fantastic qualities. I think of loyalty, honesty, integrity, and charitability. Alan goes out of his way to help others. I think he wants to do good for the world.
Something that my dad says to me a lot is to just be generous. And it doesn't mean with, it's not always with money, it's with your time, it's with your personality, it's with whatever you can be. Always be generous. And I see both of my parents doing this no matter what they're doing.
There was one year where we had a lot of need for our confirmation Israel trip. We didn't have enough scholarship to meet that need. Alan and Miriam, along with Mitch and Cindy Kotler, together stepped up to help make sure that every student who wanted to go on that trip had the means to go on that trip. And that was something that meant a lot to me. And also, it's something that I think is the best example that I can think of anyone's commitment, not just to our synagogue, but to the future of the Jewish people.
I think that pretty much sums them up for two reasons. One, they didn't tell us about that, and we talk about everything. And also, I'm sure, but the conversation between them was like, my mom told my dad the situation. He said, sure, yeah, that just makes sense.
They want to help out, make the temple a better place, make other people's families happier, want to help out, and it's like good for your heart and soul, and it makes you feel like a better person.
Sometimes our mom can be annoying, obviously, and our dad is like sort of little and awkward, but if you really look at them, they're just the nicest people. And it's not only us that realize it, like everyone says things about our parents and says what awesome people they are, and they're smart and they're nice. And so I sort of just realized that ultimately that is what's cool, and they have been that way all along.
I think their example of staying involved, staying committed, still being such a part of the fabric of our community is something that others who are empty nesters can look at and see that there is very much still a place for them here at TBS, much for them to do and to learn and to find meaning in. And that's something that Alan and Miriam show through their own example.